Hello everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday Title Tidbit time. My name is Dana Delmer and I'm your local title rep here at Clearmark Title.
Hello everybody, and I'm Joe Pena, your title officer here at Clearmark Title.
So what we wanted to talk about today is we wanted to discuss what happens when we have a document that needs to be signed and notarized for a transaction when the signee is actually out of the country. So let's say they're in Paris or they're just not here to sign. So we wanted to go through what the process is and what the county here would require from us. So Joe, did you want to touch on that?
Yeah, so anytime you have a document that's being handled outside the country, more specifically being signed and notarized, there are specific requirements for the county recorder to accept that document, whether it be a grant deed or any other type of document that's being filed through the county for record and requires a notary. So the main procedure that we typically accept are go to your local consulate or embassy in whatever country you're in for the U.S. Embassy, U.S. Consulate. They will have the notary there on site to notarize any documents that have to be filed here in the United States. Now there is an alternative procedure where if the country is part of the Hague Convention, the Apostille Convention, they can actually have a local notary. So if you're in Australia, you can have an Australian notary notarize your document, and then you get what's called an apostille, which is an additional form that gets attached to that notary and authenticates it basically as part of the Hague, and they can go ahead and bypass having to get it done with the consulate or embassy. Some other way that I can think of is if the person is in the military. The military will have military notaries on site to get those documents notarized. And of course, if there's ever a document that's in a foreign language, you know, we've got sometimes death certs that come through that are, say, all in Spanish if the person happened to pass away in Mexico or some other foreign country. The county would require a court-certified translation to be attached to that document. So just some things to think about if you're out of the country and having to get documents sent back here to have recorded with the county, you know.
And where would they find the Hague? How do we know if they're part of the Hague?
You can Google countries in the Hague Convention, Hague Convention countries, basically, that are part of that. You just Google that, you'll get a list come up right away.
Perfect.
And if you're in a country that happens to be on that list, then you can go ahead and you wouldn't have to go to an embassy or a consulate. You can just have that country's notary, whatever the equivalent of a notary in that country, notarize, and then you get the apostille attached, which is usually provided by like a local government agency, what would be equivalent to like our post office or some other government agency like that to authenticate it and attach, and then that would be accepted by the county. So
perfect. All right, lots of knowledge. All right. If you have any questions, please let us know. Joe and I are here to help you. And we hope you have a great week. Thanks
for tuning in. Have a great week, everybody.
All right, bye.